Lots of bad games released, but there's always a few each year that truly shine and catch our attention, and this year's brought wonders like Forspoken and Gollum, but 2023 is far from being over, and a new title called Skull Island: Rise of Kong was leaked, officially announced, and it is getting destroyed by gamers who are saying it's the next Gollum, it looks that bad. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted, and of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and live streams I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So the initial trailer that blew up is over on the official IGN account. As you can see, it currently is sitting at 101,000 views in 3 days, which, isn't great, considering the IGN account has almost 18 million subscribers, but the like to dislike ratio is what is important here. This game is getting utterly annihilated right now. It's got 1.5k likes to 13,000 dislikes, and then heading on over to the Game Mill Entertainment video that account where they had put up the video as well. 39,000 views, 303 likes to 2.3k dislikes. And you might be thinking, it can't be that bad. It doesn't deserve this brutal of a ratio. Sometimes games, they don't look so great at first, but once they come out, once you've played them, you see what's really special about them. But I've got to be honest, I like to stay positive. There is absolutely no way I could feel positive or hyped for this game at all. This title, as far as they are saying, is releasing in autumn/fall of 2023. So in the next couple of months, this title is releasing, meaning what you are seeing here is nearly completed footage. This is like almost exactly how the game is going to launch, and it looks like a disaster. This is what they think is acceptable for a new game release. And keep in mind, this is launching on everything, so they clearly put a bit of money into this. I mean, PlayStation 5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. This is what they think that people want. Now, I love a good, I'd love a good Skull Island Rise of Kong game. That would be cool, but this looks like Gollum's little brother. This looks just as bad, in my opinion, and I sat through Gollum. I did a whole playthrough on the channel, and it was a terrible game. I mean, I rated it a 3 out of 10, the lowest score of any game I've had to live stream, and this truly looks like it could rival Gollum. The graphical style is not the worst, but the issue is that everything is so low resolution, the textures are bad, it just looks like they threw very plain assets into the game and expected, it'll be fine. The combat also looks just very generic. I mean, we have seen 2 to 3 moves in this entire trailer. One is a ground smash, another is a punch, and another is like a grab. And that is it. That's all that we are seeing. And this is over a minute long, so we should be getting some kind of substance here. This trailer might not do the game justice. Maybe it'll be great once it finally releases, but I do not believe that is going to be the case, and most other people don't either. This will no doubt be one of the best games of 2006. This game is going to push the PlayStation 5's limits to its minimum. Bro, even the movie game on PSP looks better. Still one of the best movie games of all time, too. Finally, a new PS2 game. Been waiting 10 years for this one. Time to dig my PS2 out of the attic. I'm so hyped. Been waiting for another PSP game for too long. Gollum getting a sequel so soon. I've never been so excited than disappointed in my entire life. It's honestly sad to see this happen, where developers think that a game that looks like it's in such a bad state is an acceptable launch. Because if they released this trailer and said, oh, it's coming out late 2024, I'd be like, awesome, right? Because it's got potential. It doesn't look great now, but maybe in, the next year, they'll actually fix it up a bit. It will look visually better. The gameplay will be more fleshed out in a year. But that's not the case. Again, it is releasing in the next few months. Forspoken, Gollum, and now this, the trilogy is complete. I'm actually pretty happy to see that, Gollum is not getting a sequel. As far as we had heard, originally when it launched, they were doing a sequel. They got the money to do a sequel, and now the studio has decided to go away from game development after Gollum's awful launch, and I bet that we're gonna see a very similar situation with Skull Island here. Did they really think they were gonna release this and people were gonna be happy and excited for it? If they did, they were sorely mistaken. Maybe because this is an indie game, it will have some kind of charm to it that people will really latch on to, and we will ultimately enjoy the game. But looking at the developers' backlog, they don't really have a lot under their belt. They were established in 2011. They've made a few games like Mr. Deadline, Monster Bag, Raze, and G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, but there really isn't a lot to go off of here, so I felt it was important to bring up because they really aren't all that well known in the industry. And headed on over to Twitter, of course, it says that Amazon Spain has leaked it on an IGN post, and people are saying things like, made with ChatGPT. Yeah, I bet they thought the internet is gonna blow this up the internet. Nah, you did this to yourself. Find 3 differences. It's just people sharing, tired, orangutan memes, tired ape memes, of course, King Kong memes, the spiritual successor to the Gollum game. It is so true. I mean, it does look very similar style-wise. And people are, comparing it to Gollum, of course. That Gollum game was never going to be great, but damn if this isn't the funniest alpha footage versus final release. Maybe the first Watch Dogs. Yeah, I mean, it never got better. It never looked more visually impressive, even after the 3 delays that Gollum faced. And even if they did delay the Skull Island game, I think it's just a nightmare all around. I don't think it's going to get much better for them. But as you can see, this trailer is absolutely blowing up for all the wrong reasons. It's currently being massively disliked, 1.5k likes to 13,000 dislikes. And I don't think it's going to get any better for these developers. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.